What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So in today's video, I'm going to be breaking down my exact plan and strategy for scaling my few different businesses here in 2026. And for those of you guys that are new here, my name is Nick, and I run a handful of different online businesses, primarily my Amazon FBA business. And the whole point of this channel and for posting these videos is to help you make your first $100,000 online. And that being said, just because you're watching this video does not guarantee you that you're going to make any certain amount of money. I don't make any income guarantees or income claims. This is strictly for educational purposes only. But that being said, let's jump right into the video. So, to give you guys some context, which I think is important before we start talking about my plan to scale this year, you see a lot of people online that are making money, and it's hard to know like exactly where their money is coming from. So, in this video, I'm going to show you basically how I turn my one skill of running my Amazon business and then turn that into three different businesses that all still run and still generate me cash flow here going into the new year. So I know I'm a bit late. I'm filming this on the 15th of January, but you get the point. So basically, I started off running this Amazon business. I posted a video Tuesday of this week, so a couple of days ago, just breaking down the overall structure of my business as far as what employees I have, who helps me run this, how much time it takes me to run it. And I'm going to kind of go a bit deeper into this video and break down I'm going to reiterate the current structure that I have, but also show you the action plan for me scaling this in the future. So I have this Amazon business. My current structure is obviously I am the main operator, and then I have three virtual assistants. These are people that just help me find products, because the main skill that you'll need to learn with this Amazon FBA business is basically just finding products. The only two things that will constrain you in terms of scaling this business are either money or products. You either don't have enough products or you don't have enough money to put into those products that you found. So it's either a sourcing issue or a money issue. And to be honest, both of these issues can be addressed, like I did with my business. If you don't have enough products, if you can't find enough products, you can hire other people within your business, like these three virtual assistants that I have, to help you find more products. And when I started, I was also pretty constrained on cash as well, as I was just getting out of college. So I got a business credit card. It gave me access to a lot more capital to put into products, and that allowed me to scale the business pretty quick. So the current structure I have is just me, the virtual assistants, and then I have what's called a prep center. So if you saw my last video, you know what this is. Basically, it's just a third-party logistics warehouse where I send all of my products. So I can't, no third-party Amazon sellers like myself can send them directly to Amazon fulfillment centers. They have to go somewhere first. So rather than getting my own warehouse or having them sent to me and I have to prep all the products myself, I send them to what's called a third-party prep center. They prep all of my inventory, label it with my unique barcode, and then send it into Amazon for me. So this is the current structure I have in my team now. It's pretty hands-off, and it's to the point where I'm probably only spending like 30 minutes to an hour a day on this business. And that's how I've been running it pretty much for the last year. Now, moving into the action plan for this upcoming year, and to be clear, like the virtual assistants, they're finding me products that are from like either small wholesalers. We have like a couple brand directs, but not many. Then also just like retailers, small distributors, things like that. So we're buying these products ideally in bulk, and then selling them on Amazon for more money. And these are all brand name products that are already listed on Amazon. So we're not, having to create our own brand, none of that. So basically, this is going to sound pretty simple, but the plan with this is just to double down on what's working this year. Part of, like I said, um, earlier, is that all it really takes to scale this business is just to get more products. If you look at each product as an asset and know that each product you add to your storefront can, add $500 to $1,000 to your income and profit every month, your goal then becomes just to add as many products as possible. So the goal here is probably hire a couple more virtual assistants, not just to find me more products, but also to help me get more brand direct partnerships as well. So with this, we have a lot of products that are, I'd say, a bit shorter term right now, where we're basically buying these products. They might be good for 3 or 4 months, and then since these products are so accessible, and other people can get access to them basically from the same suppliers that I'm buying them from, the price fluctuates a lot because there's a lot of sellers on these listings. So we want to find listings that are more higher barrier to entry, meaning they're harder to get approved for, and they're harder to find suppliers that will actually sell them to you at a profitable price. So that being said, we're focusing primarily on getting more brand direct partnerships this year, so we can work directly with these brands that are selling the products, and we'll have an exclusive agreement with them. So we'll be the only ones that are able to buy and resell their products on Amazon. And most brands have these exclusive people. It's just a matter of getting in contact with a brand that'll do this with you. So hiring more virtual assistants to help me do this. And then, like I said, this just comes down to more products, spending more money on the products, which is really the only thing that will lead you to more growth with this business. So since I started this Amazon business, obviously I've grown my skills a lot, and people around me have seen that. A lot of times when you start seeing success with a certain skill, people obviously ask you, it's like, okay, how do I also do this? So eventually I started charging people to help them get set up with things like prep centers, distributors, suppliers, just helping them with the whole fulfillment process. I started charging for it because I can't help everyone for free, basically. So that led to me starting my education company last year, where basically I'm just taking people on as clients. I'm helping them get set up and then starting, operating, and scaling their Amazon business. And now I think over the past like year and a half since I started this, I believe we've helped about 300 different people, and we have really good testimonials as well. So the current structure of this business is basically I'm just kind of the face of it. I post content like these YouTube videos on how to do Amazon, everything like that. And then I have a client success manager that basically helps me onboard people because I can't like talk to every single person that reaches out to me online to see if they're a good fit to actually run this business or not. Um, so I have a client success manager that kind of screens these people, see if they're a good fit, and then sends them into fulfillment if they are a good fit. So they'll pay me a certain amount of money depending on what they need help with. And then I'm both myself and my fulfillment team being other people that are also sellers on Amazon, will help these people get set up, um, help find suppliers, products that are profitable, and then actually start this business. Now, previously, I didn't really love the way that I was running this business because at a certain point, like in the beginning, it started off as me just like helping people that I know, and they would pay me a little bit of money, and it was kind of a win-win because they make money, I make money, everyone's happy. But it grew into something where I was just like completely optimizing what I was posting online around getting more clients, and that wasn't really why I started in the first place. So moving forward in this coming year, I want to focus on just posting more free resources for you guys, like this YouTube video, and I'll be posting a lot more as well. I'm going to be doing less paid marketing. It's really just going to be a bunch of free videos like this and free workshops that I'll do maybe like once a month where you can hop on, ask me questions live, and I'll help you just get started with this business. Um, and then more focus on building my personal brand. So basically, just posting more videos like this, so you guys can get to know me more, trust me more. That always helps when it comes to building a relationship with these people because I want them to be able to trust me, know that I can help them before they like go and risk money working with someone online that they've never met before. So basically, like learning the skills with this Amazon business has allowed me to help other people do it, and that's been great because both of these have turned into businesses that have generated me over six figures over the past year. So from there, running an education company like this, you learn skills like sales, marketing, and just customer service, things like that that you don't necessarily deal with Amazon. Um, so that's been pretty cool. And from there, we've been able to structure this into a more B2B business that we're starting this year. So rather than, to be clear, we're running all of these businesses, but um, rather than just focusing on one aspect, this is direct like product to customer. This is more of a service based business where we're helping um, B2C, as they say, business to client or customer. And then this is B2B, so business to business. So we're taking all the business skills that came along with this, as far as sales, marketing, customer service, all of that, and we're selling it as a package to other businesses to help them scale as well. So the team structure with this is both myself, I have a sales team that will do outbound, reach out to people, and then onboard them. And then a fulfillment team as well that'll help people build out the marketing and sales systems that we are building with this business. So my plan for that for this year is basically to hire a commission-based outbound team, which I kind of mentioned above, and then use the revenue that I generate from this to run marketing specifically for this B2B business. So to drive more traffic to that. But in summary here, the biggest thing I want you to take away from this video is that you have to start somewhere, right? So none of this would have been possible if I didn't start originally with this. I call this a phase one business because this is probably the lowest barrier to entry business there is and some of the easiest skills there are when it comes to business, but it can also be scaled into a much larger operation where you're generating seven figures on a yearly basis, which is pretty incredible. So whole point is you start with something that is just one skill, which with Amazon is just finding products, and then from that business you can transition that into something where you're helping other people with a service, and you learn things like sales, customer service, fulfillment, operations, and then you can take something like that and then help other businesses do those things once you start doing a good job with it by yourself. So one thing leads to another, and that's kind of what I noticed with business over the years is everything compounds. You just need to get started somewhere. So hopefully this gives you some hopefully this gives you guys some more context on kind of what I do and how it works. And if you guys have any more questions on this, I'm going to be running a free live training either this week or next week, depending on when this video comes out. But the link to that will be down in the bio or the caption of this video. And also my social medias, like my Instagram, all that stuff will also be down there. So check that out. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions, and I'll see you guys next time.